Empowering change, how Joe Biden's leadership has brought positive results. Since assuming office as the 46th President of the United States, Joe Biden has embarked on numerous initiatives and policies aimed at bringing positive change to the country. In this article, we will explore some of the key accomplishments and positive actions undertaken by President Joe Biden since taking office. From addressing the COVID-19 pandemic to revitalizing the economy and promoting environmental sustainability, Biden has been proactive in implementing measures that benefit the American people. Addressing the COVID-19 pandemic. Since day one of his presidency, Joe Biden has made the fight against the COVID-19 pandemic a top priority. He implemented a comprehensive strategy to tackle the virus, including increasing vaccine distribution, expanding testing, and providing financial support to individuals and businesses affected by the pandemic. Under his leadership, the United States has made significant progress in vaccinating the population and reducing the spread of the virus. Economic recovery and job creation. President Biden has taken bold steps to revitalize the economy and create jobs. He signed the American Rescue Plan Act into law, providing direct economic relief to millions of Americans, supporting small businesses, and extending unemployment benefits. His administration has also focused on promoting job growth in industries such as clean energy, infrastructure development, and healthcare. Investments in infrastructure. Recognizing the need to modernize the country's infrastructure, President Biden proposed the American Jobs Plan, a comprehensive infrastructure investment package. This plan aims to rebuild roads, bridges, and public transit systems, expand access to high-speed internet, and improve the resilience of the nation's power grid. The infrastructure investments are expected to create millions of jobs and drive sustainable economic growth. Climate change mitigation. President Biden has demonstrated a strong commitment to combating climate change. He rejoined the Paris Agreement, a global effort to address climate change, and set ambitious goals for reducing greenhouse gas emissions in the United States. The administration has taken steps to promote clean energy, invest in renewable technologies, and encourage the transition to electric vehicles, fostering a more sustainable future for generations to come. Promoting racial equality and social justice. In response to calls for racial justice and equality, President Biden has taken concrete steps to address systemic racism. He signed executive orders aimed at advancing racial equity and promoting diversity and inclusion across various sectors, including housing, criminal justice, and healthcare. The administration is actively working to dismantle barriers that perpetuate racial disparities and promote a more equitable society. Restoring global alliances. After a period of strained international relations, President Biden has made significant efforts to restore alliances and strengthen diplomatic ties. He has engaged with global leaders, reaffirmed commitments to NATO, and revitalized partnerships with key allies. Through diplomacy and cooperation, the administration aims to address global challenges, promote democratic values, and enhance America's standing in the world. Education and student loan relief. Recognizing the importance of education, President Biden has prioritized initiatives to improve access to quality education and reduce the burden of student loan debt. His administration has proposed increasing funding for schools, expanding access to early childhood education, and making community college tuition free for eligible students. Expanding access to healthcare. President Biden has taken steps to strengthen and expand access to healthcare in the United States. He signed an executive order to reopen the Affordable Care Act, ACA, enrollment period, ensuring that more Americans have access to affordable health insurance. Supporting LGBTQ+ rights. President Biden has been a vocal advocate for LGBTQ+ rights and equality. He issued an executive order banning discrimination based on gender identity and sexual orientation, both in the federal government and across various sectors. The administration is actively working to protect and advance the rights of LGBTQ+ individuals, including efforts to address conversion therapy and support transgender rights. Gun control measures. In response to the alarming rate of gun violence in the United States, President Biden has called for comprehensive gun control measures. He has urged Congress to pass legislation to strengthen background checks, ban assault weapons, and implement other common-sense gun safety measures. The administration aims to reduce gun violence and promote responsible gun ownership while respecting the Second Amendment rights of law-abiding citizens. Protecting voting rights. In response to attempts to restrict voting access in some states, President Biden has actively advocated for protecting voting rights. He supports the passage of the For the People Act and the John Lewis Voting Rights Advancement Act, which aim to expand voting rights, enhance election security, and combat voter suppression. The administration is committed to ensuring that every eligible American can exercise their right to vote. Recognizing the historical injustices faced by indigenous communities, President Biden has taken steps to improve relations and address their concerns. He signed an executive order to strengthen consultation and engagement with tribal nations, revoking policies that negatively impacted Native American communities. The administration is working to advance tribal sovereignty, promote economic development, and address the needs of indigenous peoples. Advancing women's rights. President Biden has made promoting gender equality and women's rights a priority. He created the White House Gender Policy Council, an initiative aimed at advancing gender equity and addressing issues such as gender-based violence, pay disparities, and workplace discrimination. The administration is actively working to ensure equal opportunities for women and foster a society that values and respects the rights of all individuals. Conclusion. Since assuming the presidency, Joe Biden has undertaken numerous initiatives and policies aimed at bringing positive change to the United States. From addressing the COVID-19 pandemic to revitalizing the economy, promoting environmental sustainability, and advancing social justice, his administration has made significant strides in various areas. Through a combination of domestic and international actions, President Biden is working to create a more inclusive, equitable, and prosperous future for all Americans. Thank you for watching.